Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket, and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the markets for the next week, as well as what happened to our trade. We'll be discussing in detail what trades we took and how we managed our position today. So today, as soon as the market opened, Bank Nifty gapped down close to 1.5%. So the major reason for this was Kotak Mahindra Bank block deal, where a Canadian pension fund was selling close to 40 million shares. So this was close to 2% of the total outstanding shares of Kotak Mahindra Bank. They were selling in a range of 1690 to 1760 per share. And that's the reason today Kotak Bank opened a gap down of 3%, and throughout the day this gap down actually sustained. So there was a complete gap down. But if you look at it in one more way, so now you can say that this is a very bad news because the pension fund is selling so many shares, so they might be offloading the shares. That is definitely there. But if you look at it in one more way, who exactly bought these shares? So the list of buyers for this shares goes the following way. So there was JP Morgan, there was Goldman Sachs, there was Fidelity, there was UBS. All of these institutions went and actually purchased the shares which were offloaded by the Canadian pension fund. So if you actually see, Canadian pension fund totally holds somewhere around 6.5% shares of Kotak Bank, total outstanding shares of Kotak Bank, somewhere around 130 million shares. And out of that, it is offloading 40 million shares. And you can see who are the buyers. So even these are the big institutions itself who actually ended up buying the shares of Kotak Bank. So the thing is, if you are a Kotak Bank equity shareholder, there is nothing to worry. Canadian pension fund might have sold Kotak for its own reasons. So in case if there was a fundamental problem with the bank, then obviously you won't expect Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan to come and buy the shares. So that's the reason there is nothing much to worry as an investor of Kotak Mahindra Bank. So now, since Kotak Mahindra Bank opened 3% down, it is also a very heavy weight in Bank Nifty. So after HDFC Bank comes Kotak with the second highest weightage, and that's the reason today Bank Nifty also fell around 1.5%. So if the Bank Nifty totally is down 1.5%, then you need all other sectors to perform well to hold Nifty. So if you actually see Nifty has not moved at all. It has hardly moved around 20-30 points, but Bank Nifty is down around 600 points. In such a situation where Bank Nifty is down 700 points, since Bank Nifty has around 25% weightage in Nifty, so if Nifty has to stay flat, then you will obviously expect Reliance as well as the IT sector together to be positive, and that's what exactly happened. So Reliance was also in one of the top 5 gainers, and also the IT sector was quite positive, and hence Nifty sustained today's Bank Nifty crash. This is in a way positive because it was a stock specific news which got down the entire banking sector, and since banking sector has the highest weightage, even that ended up dragging down Nifty. If you look at the market breadth, it was more or less 50-50. So somewhere around 1100 losers and 900 gainers. So even though it was slightly bearish, but overall it was 50-50. So now that will bring us to the next question. What exactly are we expecting from the markets in the coming week? Because this is the last week for the financial year, and that's the reason it is a very crucial week. So right now, market is more or less looking range bound because towards 17,000 there's a very strong support. So we saw that couple of times whenever the market came towards 17,000, there was immediate buying and the market shot up. And on the higher side, we also have strong resistance coming around 17,500. So this week we can broadly expect market to trade in the range of 17,000 to 17,500, and once these ranges are taken out, then we can either expect further upside or downside from there. So overall, I am expecting a range bound market to trade between 17,000 to 17,500 for Nifty, and Bank Nifty I am expecting a little more volatility. So hence the range I am expecting is 34,000 to 37,000 for the following week. So again, one thing what we can see is the news flows is slowly coming down, and once the news flow starts to come down, or when the market reacting to the news starts to come down, that's when we can also start following open interest and charts, because it will be more or less sentiment based, and open interest is a very good measurement of the market sentiment. So now coming to the last part, what exactly happened to our trade. For this part, I'll be showing you on the screen recording of what trades we took and how exactly we managed the position. Before that, I'll just give you a brief overview of what exactly happened and what exactly we ended up doing. So today, as you all know, that we had carried an overnight position from yesterday. So today, as soon as the market opened, we were at a profit of close to 1.2 lakh, and I just squared off all the positions because there was this Kotak Bank news and I didn't want to hold it. So as soon as we entered into a profit of 1.2 lakh, I squared off all the position. So this was the first trade. So you can actually refer to the previous video to know what positions we were holding. So first trade was to square off all the overnight position with 1 lakh profit. So now the second trade was creating a 35,800 short straddle. So as soon as we squared off the position, in some time we ended up creating a 35,800 short straddle. Even with this short straddle, we ended up getting somewhere around 60 to 70,000. So overall, we have come from 0 to 1.2 lakh. From 1.2 lakh, we ended up coming to around 1.8 lakh. And at this point, we booked all the positions because I was expecting the market to be extremely volatile, so not to have a flat ending, and that's the reason I didn't want to carry the morning position up till the end. I thought maybe around 1:30, 2 o'clock you can end up taking a fresh position instead of carrying the same position. While Bank Nifty was consolidating around 35,800, we booked all the positions with an overall profit of around 1.8 lakh. And finally, towards the end, around 1:30, 1:45, we ended up creating short triangles at 35,500 and 35,700, and slowly we also created a short straddle. Overall with this, we ended up getting somewhere around 1 lakh, and after that we also made around 50-60,000 with Nifty as well. So totally we ended up gaining around 3.5 lakh for this expiry. So overall the expiry went pretty well. Even if you look week on week, we ended up making some decent profits. Friday was a holiday. Monday, we ended up making a loss. Tuesday was a profit. Yesterday was again a loss. And today, we finally made some profits. So overall, we ended a week with around 2 to 2.5 lakh of profit. We are now moving forward to the next week with a small position. I'll also be showing you what exactly is that. Now we are moving forward to the next week with a small position. I'll also show you what exactly is that. And now we'll be quickly moving on to the screen recording as well. So if you are liking the content on this channel, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi everyone, welcome to the video. So first we'll start off by looking at the overall P&L. As I told you, today we ended up making somewhere around 3.4 lakh. And on the charts, first I will try to explain what exactly happened. So as you can see today also the market was extremely volatile. So it opened somewhere around 35,600, as you can see over here. From there on, it went up by 300 points. And after it went up by 300 points, it fell further 600 points, further went up 300 points, and further came down 200 points. Maybe if you look at the charts, this move might not look big, but look at this range of close to 600 points, and the market was moving in this range pretty violently. The main problem with such volatile markets is pretty simple. Let's say I have taken a short straddle here, and the market comes over here. Now it's a very difficult situation for you as a trader to see whether you have to adjust here or not. Let's say the market has moved 300 points after you took the short straddle at 35,600. So now from here the market can either go up or come down, and the market has already moved 300 points, which means you will definitely be in loss. And now the difficult situation would be to adjust this position or not. So when there's a huge V-shaped move which happens multiple times during the day, it becomes pretty hard for us to decide whether to adjust or not. So as I told you, as soon as the market opened right over here, we booked a profit of close to 1 lakh, 1,20,000. And after that, we created a 35,800 short straddle right over here. So after this up move, we created a 35,800 short straddle, and during this time we got a decay of somewhere around 70 to 80,000. So we exited all the positions over here, and again later on towards the end we ended up creating a 35,700, 35,500 short strangle, and also a 35,600 short straddle. So we more or less shorted at these levels, and luckily for us the market also ended staying in this level and we were able to make some more profit. So overall we ended the day with around 3.4 lakh. Along with this we also had some nifty positions. So now I'll also be sharing some trade ideas for next week. So since I already discussed in the intro video that we are expecting the market to be slightly range bound, so let me just put some filter here at only 31st March expiry in Bank Nifty. So because the trade has been taken in Bank Nifty. So you can see right over here. So this is the ratio spread what we have done. So to get a better understanding of the same, I am going to put this in Sensibull. So in case if the market trades between 34,500 to 36,500, will end up making somewhere around 70,000. So the max profit in this trade is when market actually ends up trading either around 37,000 or 34,000. So I'll just put this in Sensibull so that you also get a better idea of the same. So when I select 31st March expiry, so here what I have done is I have purchased the 34,500 put option 20 lots, and I have sold 34,000 put option 40 lots. So you can see what has happened. As long as the market is above 34,500, I am going to make a fixed profit of 25,000. So I am going to increase this position as we move on, but for today I have just added this, right? And if the market starts coming down, so first you will enter into profits. So your max profit is somewhere around 2.7 lakh, and later on you will start to dip. So while this happens, we can quite easily adjust the position on this side because your upside is completely open. On call side also we have done something similar. We have purchased 36,500 20 lots, and we have sold 37,000, not 40 lots, but this time we have sold 50 lots because we wanted little more additional credits. So now you can see what exactly happens. As long as the market stays between this range of 33,350 to 37,400, that is almost a 2,000 point range. So you are going to make profits anywhere between 70,000 to 3.2 lakh. So as long as the market stays in this particular range. So you can see this is minus 6% and this is plus 5%. So the advantage of this is, let's say the market starts to move towards 34,000. So this is the time when you can easily decide to adjust, or let's say the market moves towards 37,000. Again, once it breaks 37,000, you can quite easily adjust the position. So this is a simple trade idea what we have for next week. So let's see how it goes. Even I don't know whether it is going to go well or not. So since the VIX is coming closer to 20, so we can definitely consider this as an idea for community trade as well. So I would request you to consult your financial advisor before you actually end up taking this trade. So I have already taken for 20 lots. I would suggest to have a capital of at least 5 lakh to initiate one lot. So if you have a capital of 5 lakh, you can definitely initiate one lot after you take a consultation from your financial advisor. And also make sure that you try this out on virtual trade if you are not used to option trading, so you don't have to take the risk directly with your real account. So I'm being extra cautious here because we are not financial advisors and we shouldn't be advising people to take any trade. So I can just be suggesting you ideas. That's the reason I'm stressing upon the fact that you should consult your financial advisor before taking the trade. Right? So with this, we also come to the end of this video, and I hope that you guys have liked this. If so, then please do hit the like button, share this video, as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining.